Greetings, Jedi traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the daily trend for week 37, day 3. It is September 14th, 2016. As always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only. Support your knowledge of the market, see what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. Well, welcome new traders. If this is the first time you're watching this video, spend the next 15 minutes going over some of the indices and other futures as to where is current momentum and where did trend go today, and hopefully an insight to give you a better trading plan as you open up your charts tonight and tomorrow and see what is ahead in the market. If you're interested in joining us in the live trading room every day, please give me an email, send me an email to david@tradingfibs.com, and we'll see if we can get you in on a Thursday, Friday session. All right, let's jump right into the let's go ahead and jump into the stats for today. It's price action, a couple of econ data, MBA mortgage applications, EIA, petroleum, and daily stats focusing on one market today. Pretty much the NQ with 6 setups today. Man, trading trend, guys. We're getting some nice pockets of opportunity, racking it up on the NQ again. Always looking for 1 to 2 setups, but I gotta tell you, the last week as price action has returned and with volume into the market, getting some nice longer trends, has really kicked up the ticks here. 358 ticks just on the NQ. Imagine, that's right. Imagine if I had on all 3. Well, NQ was the focus today, bringing our total up for the week to 30 setups. Now that's a pretty big number in the last almost half year. I don't think we've hit 30 many times. But again, look at those number of ticks, 1,900. That is going to be my best week ever as we continue to roll. 1264 on the NQ. All right, well, let's now focus on the ticks. 2 contracts, 4 contracts, whatever you're trading, it's all about trend. And there was price action today. Nice lift in the AM session. There's our U.S. Open. You can see pretty much pop and drop. And NQ holding just a hair above the U.S. Open here, but the rest of the indices continue to fall down as the bigger picture has been downside on the YM and the ES. And there was the trend on the ES today. Again, price action finding the trends where majority of the charts were in sync. Whether you were trading above or below the T350 with a higher probability, there it was in total about 6 nice trending setups on the ES, avoiding a lot of that chop where you get a sell signal above the T350. You're not going for that move, staying above or below. So nice moves on the ES. Again, better trending towards the early part of the session and towards the latter part of the session. A lot of chop there, though, as it seemed like somewhere in the mid-afternoon session we got a lot of almost like algo type chop trading. Quick moves. Quad witching on Friday. Don't forget that. That could be some precursors to that. All right. NQ, nice move on the AM session. Again, I've been talking about the last couple days trying to stay on the move to the upside from the get-go. If the bigger picture is upside, why not try to ride the ride all the way up? Or vice versa if the trend is down. But here we had a nice setup on the NQ. Here it was to the setup to the upside, up to the Globex high actually. Bailed there. We'll see that in a minute. Price action 2 downside trend, and then 3 riding it all the way up. A total of 7 trends for the session. Not bad on the NQ and the YM rolling it out. But I wanted to again point that out on the NQ here as price action lifted this morning. And again, here the previous couple sessions, the high from Monday session here, you can see we actually ended up tagging that just a couple ticks shy of it. But price action on the early get-go here on the indecision Heikin Ashi bar, starting to push upside, a little bit of push pull back, and then right to the upside. So if you got a bigger time frame holding above the T350, why not jump on that as price action lifted here? And you can see all in the green, and that's what I'm talking about. Now, how far that stays up is anybody's guess, and it's all about management of the trade. So tie this bigger time frame in with the entry on the NQ to the upside, and you got yourself a nice mover, and just stay on it. Again, if you could sit in the chop, sit in the chop. All right, and there's our YM, a total of 6 trends. Again, the majority of trends to the downside in the latter part of the afternoon. A couple of nice setups together with the NQ and the S to the upside. All right, so there's our early morning sessions, only focusing on the NQ today. Buy signal upside right to the Globex high, bailed, came around, sell signal underneath the T350, jumped on that for a quick in and out. As the bigger picture was still to the upside, I wasn't looking for the long trend there, just a quick scalp. And then back to the upside, there it was, and held on again. What did I have to lose? Sitting nice for the week. So, hey, price action did pull back. Usually I would never let it ride this back this far. But, hey, what did I have to lose today? Keep that stop at break even. Price action chop. Again, you could have gotten in here for a nice sell signal, a scalp entry. But finally, towards the latter part of the morning session, early afternoon, decided to go ahead and bail on that as price action finally failed again at the T350. Nice entry, 4-hour 144. That's it. That's where it went. 4-hour. We'll see. Take a look at that on the bigger time frame. But 4-hour 144 reject and back downside, offering some nice pockets. 100 tick, 50 EMA right down here. A nice level to bail as well as the midnight open. You can see that right here on the right hand side. Price action offering another opportunity under the T350. Held on here. Yeah, I was coming close to that break even, but that's where I kept that stop. And sure enough, 5 charts in the red and all the way down. Nice little entry here at the setup at the end under the break of the T350. But by this point, just let it ride. All right, let's jump into the AD line. We saw the AD line get that nice lift in the market today, bringing the indices up. Smaller time frames, larger time frames didn't matter, and pretty much plateaued out the rest of the afternoon. Let's take a look at the fib targets. Yeah, that's where we were, hitting those fib targets upside and just a shy of the YM. So really didn't get those targets, but it was NQ and ES with our fib targets to the upside to the T on the ES. Very nice move on the ES. Hit that fib target and just pulled a reverse all the way down. So fading off that level, got you a nice entry. All right, take a look at the daily gaps. Nothing new formed here, nothing new closed. We can see price action really not moving but sideways of the 2 big candles from the previous 2 sessions, Monday and Tuesday. And there it is on the VPOC, seeing inside consolidated days here on those 2 bigger time frames. And yet to see as we ride out the week and expiration of the contract quad witching. All right, I mentioned those 100 tick charts. That's right, new chart here. As we can see, we'll take a look at this here in a minute. But there it was on that NQ chart that we just looked at just previously. There are those couple there are those days previous. Let me roll to the right here. There it is. Today's price action on the NQ 100 tick chart. Again, the bigger time frame. You had the indecision bar to start the move here. Price action lifts and lifts and lifts. There's Monday's high, which actually happened to line up with the 4-hour chart here at the 144. So that would have been a great trade to exit right there. Called the high of the day there. Nice. Let it chop. And there it went. Came back, tested, offered an opportunity to the 50 EMA to bail on a couple trades there on the NQ to the downside. All right, so we'll take a look here at the 100 tick in a little bit as we talk about where we might be headed tomorrow. Again, let's run into the highlight of some of the markets here as we see crude out with its EIA negative draw here as price action came down. Sell signal underneath the T350. Again, you got to look for the results when the time came out. Very choppy, so Ixnay on the setups here finally get a little bit of control. Sell signal downside underneath the T350. Pull back to the T350. Got yourself a sell signal to the downside. Again, pre-market, not pre-market, but pre-session or early morning session, had a couple of moves to the downside. 5 charts in the red. So there it is, waiting for the highest probability setup. Can't get every setup, just the highest probability ones, and let it ride. Ride the wave. All right, taking a look at the gold. Gold, again, here's the Globex high. Price action pretty much sitting around there, but there's your T350. Again, T350, 50 EMA here. Again, nothing new, no new strategies here. Not much movement on the gold, but again, you got yourself a buy signal. It's the HA bars. You're not worried about the exact price. You're trading trend there, Jedi traders. 5 charts in the green. You're holding an upside above the T3 moving average. Globex high might be your target. You pull back upside, pull back. Offer you a couple opportunities to the upside. Again, as the movement, we continue to make higher lows, kind of losing some of that steam up there. Sorry about that, Jedi Trader. A little phone call there in the middle. All right, let's jump into the ZN. ZN bonds here. Price action on the ZN bonds. Get a nice lift. Buy signal upside with 4 charts in the green. Not a bad move. Up to the Globex high up here. There was the move of the move. Breakout. Again, you're not getting the right signal on the indecision. So there you go. Solid body tail up. 5 charts in the green. So nice move on the beans to the upside. All right, taking a look at the YM again. We went over the YM. There's your Globex session. Nice move to the upside. A little bit of chop, and then finally letting go here. Sell signal downside, whether you rode it or pull back. Another opportunity down here. That's what you're looking for. Those are the pockets. Again, if you're trading off the levels, again, a fade off the high. Very nice move. So use the T3 moving average. Use the Heiken Ashki bars to keep you in the trade. Hey, if the noise on the 10-tick chart isn't working out for you, well, then go to the 15-tick chart. Maybe that works out, keeps you in the trade even a little bit longer. As you can see, cuts out a lot of the noise. All right, taking a look at the NQ. We talked about that nice move there in the early morning or early session there, regular trading hours. Try to hang in there. Finally decided to bail after numerous chop. Failure at the T350. Get out. Took the re-entries downside here, and then eventually in the post afternoon, not post, but towards the latter part of the afternoon. Again, looking for as many charts in sync. That's the goal. All right, ES again, not much here. Is price action again, upside, downside, nice opportunity here. This is on a 6-3 Renko, which is a little bit tighter. Again, if I went to the 5-4, a lot of noise on the ES here today, but 6-3 kept it a little bit tighter. So there's your ES session with a lot of chop in the middle here, trying to get a setup here. Might have been a challenge here, but again, a lot of quick movement around the European close. But there it was. Early session there, popped to the upside. And then it was the afternoon session, which offered some nice opportunities. Sell signal downside here, 1, 2, and then right back. Sell signal downside here with 5 charts in the red. If you hung in there till the end, nice move at the close. All right, taking a look at the daily trend too. Again, quickly here, EMD mid-cap 400. Not much price action there. 6E Euro keeping towards the 25, Globex session. There it was. Nice move to the upside above the T3 moving average. So finishing to the upside. Yen, nice move to the upside as well. There it is, overnight session. Buy signal with eventually 5 charts in the green. Taking a look at the beans. Not much anywhere on a 6-3 Renko today. Very, very tight. And there it was. Sell signal to the downside though. Pre-session, that was the better of the moves. Take a look at the natty gases. The numbers data come out tomorrow is pretty much flat session after a move nightly down, sell signal downside. And then the platinum again, pretty much chop inside the Globex session. Not really much of a trend, maybe a breakout above the T350 here. Better in the early morning as price action broke above the T350 and held up there to the Globex high. All right, as we roll into tomorrow, again, together, taking a look at that 100-tick chart, we could see very much a similar match as we see on the 4-hour charts. But again, it was that move up to the former high in the 100-tick on the NQ here, which we're going to see here in a minute, matched up with the 4-hour chart in the 144. But again, we're in the green as price action holding above the T350 on a 100-tick. And so we go over to the daily big pick and we see where are we at. Well, I still have to go with the momentum. There it is. There's that 4-hour chart right to the 144, which lined up with that 100-tick chart, former high from Monday. So nice little line in the sand there as we continue to reject there. So while I want to go with the fact that the 100-tick chart is up, I got to go with the momentum still to the downside, but with a little bit of resistance here and holding up, we have the opportunity to bring that NQ still upside. But right now, 50 underneath 144, I got to go with the momentum to the downside. But in a pullback here, probability starting to shift to the upside. But you got to wait for that overnight session then see where we open tomorrow. But right now, with the ES and the YM selling off here towards the latter part of the session, you got quad witching headed into some econ data tomorrow. This can surely continue to move downside. So I have to go with the momentum right now to the downside, but NQ getting a little support here, as well as that 100-tick that you just saw in the green. So questionable kind of a decision time here as we hold inside the gap here on the NQ. YM and ES definitely to the downside. Take a look at the crude. This crude continues to roll down. Probably going to see a crossover here before the week ends. T3 moving averages downside in between the 50 and the 200. So watch for the 200 period moving average for support. Also watch for the daily gaps if we have any downside, which is not till 37.90. But again, you want to go for the former former low here is maybe a level of support somewhere around 43.05 here, and that might be a level of interest. Take a look at the crude again and GC moving as we hit inside the gap here. Got to go with the momentum on the downside with the gold, as we've been talking all week and last week. Still moving downside on the yen. If you're trading that ETF, you would be sitting nice and pretty right now. And with momentum downside on the EMD MidCap 400, masking that ES. There it is inside the gap. Finally, 6E getting a little lift after sitting inside this 51.44. A lot of moving averages holding tight there, but we are still holding above that 5,200. So I gotta go with the momentum on the 6E chop, but uptrend, as well as the 6J. And I'm sorry, I was talking the yen before. I meant the bonds here to the downside. But yeah, here's the yen that we've been talking about all week also. Failure here, followed through, still sitting inside the gap. I have to go with the momentum, still downside, 50 below 144 as we hang on to the 50 MA. Again, we are coming up with numbers on the in Japan on the yen next week, so that might just have to be a wait, watch, and see. All right, as we head into tomorrow, Econo Day, we got some, let's pull up the... there we go. As we hold into the Econo Day, there she is. Red jobless claims, PPI, retail sales. So 4 red star events, including quad witching on Friday. All right, that concludes an insight into the state of the indices, the daily trend for the commodities, futures. Feel free to stop by tradingfibs.com or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. My mantra: one simple strategy, any market, any chart, any time frame will keep you disciplined. You can find me every day on Twitter at TradingFibs. And as always, I leave the crystal ball to the experts. I only trade what's in front of me and on my charts. And as always, leave your bias at the door when trading. Hey guys, have yourselves a Blue Zone day. Good night, and good trading to ya.